All right, guys. So today you're doing the alternator on your 2009 Jeep. I think this is Patriot with 2.4 because there is a different engine. There's also a 2.0. So this is a 2.4. So if I reach down here, touch this pulley, this is your alternator right here, and then right where my finger is, there's the top alternator bolt there. Hard to focus on it, but it's like right there. 13 mil. I used this guy because it was thin, and I ended up going back in between like a 13 deep and a 13 short, and I had to do that on a lot of things on this one. Anyways, that's the top bolt. I'm sure you guys already know how to take the belt off. Write yourself a little diagram. That really helps when you're putting the belt back on. But this is the tensioner pulley. This is the pulley you're going to remove. 16 and 16. There's not enough room in here to use like a serpentine belt tool, so you'll need to use like a wrench or a combination of like the, you know, 2 wrenches. I only have 1. It was a little difficult, but I ended up getting it off. The compressor here, it's got a bolt right here. This is a 13. It's got another one right here. That's a 13. And then over here on the other side, this is the other bolt. It's a 13 right there. Okay. Same thing. I had to go in between like short and deep 13 on that. And then guys, go to Walmart, get the Hyper Tough extended reach cordless ratchet. Otherwise, you're gonna be kicking yourself in the ass because this thing just you didn't have to fight, you know, you didn't have to fight with bolts because I had this thing. So I mean, obviously I use this when I can. If I couldn't use it, I'd use this. It has a flex head on it, which really was helpful. Sometimes it's a bad angle. I ended up using this right here too. It's a little 6-inch extension because the 3 bolts right holding on the compressor are right there, but then the compressor bracket, there's 1 bolt right here, there's 1 bolt right there, and 1 bolt right here. So if I come out, you can kind of see where they are, right? I ended up having to use a wrench on this one because I couldn't even get a socket in between the bracket and the head of that bolt. So that was different, and it did get rounded putting it back in, so that's gonna be fun taking it out next time. But anyways, so yeah, this, and then the bolt right here that screws into the bracket. Boom, pop that off. And then the bottom alternator bolt is right here. It's a 16. I ended up using the I broke it loose with a regular ratchet and then zipped it out with the cordless ratchet. Be careful, on the other side is like this little nut with a square on it. Just make sure you don't lose it. But yeah, essentially that bolt just rests into right here. It just rests onto there, and then it like pinches, you know, onto the metal there. Yep. And then so once you got that out, and then the 2 connectors, so the big red wire, that's a 13 millimeter. I zipped it off with the cordless ratchet and a short socket, and then there's another like clip connector. You have to pull the little red tab out. I ended up having to use using these. It made life a lot easier because I just wasn't able to get it with my fingers. I got this at Harbor Freight. It's like a push pin plier or something like that. So I zipped that out, or I popped that little red tab out, and then pressed down on the black tab, and then kind of finessed it out, like had to wiggle it, and yeah, it was a little tough. So anyways, got that out, and then once you have that out, the compressor will be hanging here, bracket will be off, and the alternator, you need a pry bar because it's probably, you know, the alternator from the factory or whatever, and it's pinched on there pretty good. You have to get in there up under the, you know, the between the bracket that the alternator sits on, and then the alternator, and kind of push up, and you know, you'll need this tool for sure. Or this one. I don't think that one was long enough. I think I used this one. I had this one just in case, the long Phillips screwdriver. Anyways, popped it out, and then what I did was, like, I was able to push this way and get the alternator up and turn, and the connectors and the stud where that bolt, this 13mm bolt, that came out like flat. Okay, came out like right between here and the oil filter and the compressor, so this will get moved. Don't push too hard. You'll loosen up this I can't remember his name, but anyways, don't push too hard. These are hard lines, and you'll bend them, and they can break pretty easily, and then you'll be breathing in refrigerant. So yeah, that's the most dangerous part of the job, I think, is right here, because you know, if you bend this line, the refrigerant comes out, you breathe that in. I'm not saying it will, but it can kill you. So other than that, man, the reverse process, you know, you'll have to put it in there and just remember how you got it out, you know. So I really hope this helps you guys. Talk to you later.